Hello there, you lovely lot. Welcome back to another fabulous day here on Crafters TV. It's Tuesday. It is Treat Yourself Tuesday. And it's a double launch Treat Yourself Tuesday. Of course, it is 11 a.m. here in the UK, 6 a.m. Over on the East Coast. It is Wake Up Call with you for the next couple of hours. We'll be previewing everything that's coming up. That being an amazing launch day at 2 p.m. in the UK, 9 a.m. East Coast. I'll get this right by the end of the day. And we'll have launch party as well a little later. That's 6 p.m. here in the UK, 1 o'clock over on the East Coast. I'm not on my own though. She is back. Debbie's in the house.
Just literally sprinted into the room, got all steamed up now because I've made myself really hot steaming in here. Only because I caught Craig outside and I wanted to go and say good morning to him because it's very often we're like passing ships in the night over here, so it was really nice to go and see him and have a little catch up. The only problem there was I did it 2 minutes before the show and I could hear the countdown in me. I'm like, oh, bye. So literally we have got a jam-packed full day though, haven't we? And we're really looking forward to the launch. You're going to get a little sneaky preview in Wake Up Call of everything that's coming up in the shows later on today. But yeah, we've got a fabulous launch called the Ornate pop-out dies.
Really interested to see these.
Versatile dies though. These are really versatile because yes, they've got a lovely concept. I'm just going to hold that there for a second because this lovely one that Bianca did is like a lovely closed up one, but you open it up and you've got the pop-out centre. So I absolutely love these. They're really fun. I love a good card with kinetic movement. I absolutely think these are fabulous. And you've got this lovely kinetic movement there, that lovely pop-out feature, but they're also a fantastic set of different design nesting dies as well.
And lots of great concepts you can put these in as well.
Absolutely, yeah, and I'm going to show you loads of that as we go along in the day. Obviously, the main focus of the Ornate pop-out dies will be at the 2 p.m. launch show. So we've got loads coming up today, and I'm really excited. So I'm going to go and fan myself down a second. Just for a minute.
Yourself down. Yeah, and in launch party, another great launch for you too. We're launching some brand new stamps a little bit later, which is awesome. Lots of you tuning in already and saying hello, which we love. Sarah Brown says hello from Melbourne, Australia, where it's now 8 p.m. and another cold night in Australia. And we're definitely going into winter. I think it's wild, Debbie, how their winter is our summer.
So right now they're
beginning winter.
So winter woolies, thermal vests, fluffy socks.
So when it's Christmas time, it's the middle of their summer. It's like 35 degrees.
Ah, I get it. I didn't realise it was the other way around. That's really weird.
Very strange, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
She also says, hello, my crafty peeps. Hope everyone's doing well. Stephen's here as well. Welcome to our so-called summer, Stephen says. It is quite chilly out there today.
It's not really summery, is it?
But from tomorrow, it's going to be 20 degrees again, Debbie. We're down south, not up here. It'll be about 6 degrees up here, I'd imagine. You definitely move up here for the people, not the weather. That's what I say here in the northeast, Debbie. Lorna Jane saying, hi, everyone from Scotland. It's sunny today and I'm just chilling. We're so lovely to have Lorna Jane with us yesterday.
It was, and how unusual that it's sunny in Scotland and a bit cool down here. It's usually the other way around.
It is. Yeah. When I woke up this morning, I looked on my Instagram feed and it was people showing everyone how sunny it was today with like Michael Bublé playing It's a Beautiful Day, I Can't Stop Myself from Smiling. And I opened the window. I wasn't smiling. Shadai says, good morning from a rainy Ottawa. Hello, Rebel Joe. You are back. Well, good morning to you and the fab Debbie. I am. But
Rebel?
It's short. Yeah, Rebel, because I was Prince Joe. But since I've cancelled Foam on a Roll, I've taken full advantage of cancel culture and chosen to cancel Foam on a Roll.
I heard a new version of the Foam on a Roll.
What was that version?
I saw it in Ben's wrap-up because I love Ben's wrap-ups at the end of the week when and he had one that went along to the other. I can't remember. Did you know the Muppet song? And it went Foam on a Roll into that because Michelle's got a phobia about that song apparently.
A phobia?
Yeah, a phobia about the song. Something to do with a sister. Sisters can be very mean, so Michelle, I'm with you on that one. My sister was right mean to me when I was younger, and she's younger than me.
How was your sister mean to you?
Oh, she was terrible, honestly.
Give us an example.
She used to lock me in places.
Oh, no.
Literally, yeah. Well, she was little tearaway. And literally, she said she was littlest one. She used to terrorise me. I'm not kidding.
Oh, well, that's nice.
But yes, so I get that one. But Michelle had a phobia over it. But apparently, the song that she was a phobia of, the guys, I don't know if it were you, Johnny, or if it was the other guys, did the foam in a roll into that song. So you need to catch back. Go back and have a little look at Ben's wrap-up.
Okay, that one's not cancelled. We can do that one.
You could do that one, because it's a different one.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's why you're Rebel Joe.
That's why I'm Rebel Joe. She said if I didn't sing it, I would be known forever as Rebel Joe, not Prince Joe anymore. So that's where that's come from.
Oh, you'll always be my Prince Joe.
Oh, thank you, Debbie. Val's looking forward to the show. She's in Southampton. Rhiannon's loving your dress as well.
Oh, thank you, yes.
Looking gorgeous in monochrome today.
Yeah, I've just been wiping my glasses over it. I forgot I've got makeup on my face. Thick makeup, as we do. And I've wiped my glasses and then looked round and thinking, what's all these bits on my dress? And I realised it's me on... Oh, yeah, look at it though, Joe. Look, I've got it everywhere. It's a good job you haven't got close-up camera vision on this, Nicola. Because I'm... yes, thank you very much. Yes, it's a lovely little dress. There, I'll do that little bit. A spotty dress.
Oh, hello.
I know, it's a good job. There, you can see it. The guys can see it. You can't see it on screen. There you go. Little
Gosh, it's not that kind of show. Linda says good morning, all from Maryland. Betsy's in Texas as well. Lisa's saying hi to both of us. Karen's in, Alison. Linda's singing Foam on a Roll. And Shadai says, Fab, Debbie, be careful too. I may step down your title too if you mess around with the Foam on a Roll. Gosh.
I love the four. The four. I can't even remember how that song goes now. Oh, foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll. Hey!
Right, let's have a little look then at this brand new launch. Let's get started because it is incredible. You're going to absolutely adore these. I know you are. They are brilliant. They're very simple to use, but they give you such a fabulous effect, which is wonderful. And absolutely loads you're going to be able to do with them. They'll go into loads of different concepts, which is fabulous. Let me take you through then the different designs that you are getting within here. So, this is how they're going to come to you. You've got the one worker die around the outside, and then those beautiful nesting dies which sit on the inside of there as well. We'll show you loads of different ways that you can use these and loads of different concepts that you can put them into. So that one there, that one is the circle that you've got. Then you also have this one just here. That's the Grande circle. Then you've got the rectangle here as well. You can use... That's the easel diamond. You can use multiples of them as well in one project should you wish. This one's very fancy, isn't it? Very detailed. This one is the majestic damask that we've got just here, as you can see. And you can see how they just pop out and they give you such a really lovely kinetic element on your card. And then you've got the oval here as well. And this is the Baroque oval. And you know what I say, Debbie?
Yes?
If it ain't Baroque, don't fix it. Nickers like that one. She really like that one. I'll show you some of the concepts that you can use these in though, because there's absolutely loads of them. You can see here all different styles, so think about using them in your easel cards. They're going to be absolutely fantastic to use in an easel card. And you can either have them, when you choose to have your easel, either have them together, or is that an easel card?
Which way around are you doing it? Which way? I think it could be an easel. Wait a minute. Could be. Wait. No. Let me have a little peek at that again, Joe. It's just a swing front. Aha! It's a bit similar to the card I'm doing first. I think.
Just like that.
Yay! Look at that. That looks fab.
You can, of course, if you want to, double them up as well, which is brilliant. So you can double them up, which is fantastic. That one's gorgeous. This one is an easel, though, isn't it?
Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
No, this one's not an easel. One of these will be an easel.
Joe.
I promise you, one of them will be an easel. This one here is rather fabulous, though. You can see they're very, very delicate, which is brilliant. And again, lots of these in this style, just doubled up. And there's just so many different ways that you can play around with them and configure them, which is fantastic. That one.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
And a stepper. I think this is a stepper.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
No, it's not a stepper.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Oh, no, it's a Z fold. There we go.
Yay!
So you've got it there in that Z fold style.
But how lovely is that to be able to put that concept into a Z fold?
Yeah, absolutely glorious. There's so many different ways. I'll show you a few more of these a little later as we get through the show. But I mean, have you ever seen a concept suite where there's so many concepts? There must be about 30 different ways of using them just here alone. If you want to go for these, they're a brilliant price also, £31.96 or £40.95. It's a 20% saving at launch, which is really, really good. And of course, you've got the ability to use your Club Inspired discount as well, which is fantastic. Right, we're going to see how we put these together with the lovely Debbie.
Well, Well, I'm going to show you a couple of samples with obviously paper and your sentiments and things like that you can get and visualise how these are going to work in those designs that Joe's just shown you. And I can't believe there's as many there in there. And Joe's only just shown you a fraction of what we've got. But they're absolutely fabulous. This is where we're going to start with, and I'm going to use the Majestic Damask, I'm going to call it. This is what we're going to start with first. So you can see that it's almost like a little bit of a swing. I mean, it's not a swing. I don't want you to get confused with the swing dies to these dies. They're completely different. These just pop out. You've got this lovely ornate feature of all that beautiful design of what we do really well, gorgeous, ornate, decorative nesting dies, but with that worker element die, it means that you've got it where you've got this lovely pop-out feature. And if I just tilt that down, you can see what I mean by this. Very, very, I mean, it would be difficult to try and do this without that worker die, but it does mean that you can take it into, and this is some of the cards that we're going to show you through the loan show as well, the kind of thing, so you can go in double and have that. And it's almost, like I said, almost a little bit like that swing, but not a swing, because that element of the pop out is really quite fabulous. So that's the same kind of, well, actually that's the same design, that's that lovely damask one, but we've got 4 different gorgeous designs. I'm going to bring you this one to show you this one. Look at this.
That's gorgeous.
How gorgeous is that? And this is one we're going to do and what we're going to cover in the launch show.
Launch day,
later, yeah, launch day, sorry, gosh, I'm trying to remember because I've got launch day and launch party in my head. They're going to come out all wrong. But you can see that lovely way that you can use them, and you've got that lovely pop-out feature on many different styles of cards. So honestly, Joe, these are so versatile. I'm going to go and put these back. Just give me a second. I'm going to go and put them back. I've got a little production line going off at the back here.
Jan says, good morning from stormy East Tennessee. Rain, 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 rain. Thank you, Fab Debbie, and a pleasant and fabulous day moving forward, says Shadiah. Natty says, good morning from Finger Lakes area of New York. Finger Lakes, that sounds funny. Why is it called Finger Lakes? That's what I want to know, Natty. Regina says, good morning, Joe and Debbie. Nee says, good morning, Joe and Debbie. On this blessed day, hello to our CCTV team and Team Socials and all of our crafty viewers. It's also, Debbie, isn't it, National Chocolate Ice Cream Day today.
Oh. What's your favourite I would say favourite flavoured chocolate then, but it's not going to say that.
It's only National Chocolate Ice Cream.
I can't even speak. What the heck? National Chocolate Ice Cream Day.
Yes. Well,
any flavoured ice cream is beautiful. Chocolate, even more so. I like the chocolate with the double chocolate in it, so it's like called a double.
How can you make chocolate better? Put more chocolate in it.
More chocolate, yeah. Your little chips of chocolate in there as well. Oh, absolutely. And then covered in chocolate sauce. Oh, my mouth's watering.
You missed out last weekend. Myself, Corinne and Charlotte, between shows.
I know,
we went up to Archer's, which is a farm up the road, where they make their own ice cream, and they've got an ice cream parlour there. And I had the biggest whacking great ice cream you'd ever seen.
Did you manage to eat it all?
Yeah, it was raspberry pavlova and cinder toffee. Oh, it's delicious. Did I manage to eat all of you? Met me.
Shall we talk? Yeah, let us know what your favourite ice cream is. We know it's National Chocolate Ice Cream Day, but what's your favourite ice cream? Drop the comments in, let our Joe have a look. Now, do you want to see how these dies work? Because honestly, we're really excited about this launch. There's a little bit of a buzz going off around the studio. Everyone telling us how much they love them all. Very easy though. When you look at the concept, you're thinking, well, why didn't I think of that? This is a really great idea. And I love all of the ornate shapes that you get in them as well. I'm going to use that lovely, and I'm going to say it again, Majestic Damask. Say it slower, Debbie. Say it slowly. You even get a little bit of inspiration on the sheet as well. So on the front of your packaging, you've got a little bit of inspiration. But we're going to give you loads and loads of different ways. There's even, look, do you remember where we have these at the back of the packaging?
Oh, yes.
Where you can go to, and it's a www. Follow that, a little address there. Pop that into your tab at the top of your internet. Yeah,
in your browser.
In your browser, that's it. Pop that in, and it'll take you through to the instructions of how to create these lovely cards. But then, of course, you've just seen that black and white concept where you can see just how many different kinds of folds that you can put these into. Now, the main die of this is the worker element, and there's a reason now. I'm going to test our lovely skills of our. What do you call her? Knickers?
Knickers.
Nick. I call her Nick. I call her Nick. I call her Nicola.
I once tried to call her Nicola and it came out as Knickers, so I've always called her Knickers now.
Is that why you do? So you've got your little affectionate nicknames. I tried to think what you call me. Right, so I'm just going to show you little kissy lips at the top and the bottom. So it's exactly. can't resist them. Lovely little, and that's where you're going to line this up on the fold of your card when you want to create that pop out. No matter how many folds you've got in your card, that's the little bit that you're going to line it up onto your fold. And then you've got all this cutting out element on this side and all this cutting element on this side. And then at the very top and the bottom, you've got those lovely little kissy lips where the cut line stops. And that is how you create your fold of your card. Now, talking of folds of the cards, I've already got one here. Now, I'll give you the measurements to this one. It measures in at 10 inches by 7 inches, and I've scored it in at 2.5 and 5 to create a 5 by 7 card blank. But it's got that lovely pop-out feature there. And I'm going to keep it quite simple for the first one, but as we go along in that launch day show later, have I said it right? Launch day, yep. Launch day show later. I always look at Joe. I look at him for like reassurance. Have I said it right, Joe? But yeah. So we're going to go through lots of different concepts later on in that show. But first things first. That's your main worker die, and then you've got all of these other dies. Let me get the right way around. You were right first time round, Debbie. That way, there we go. Then you've got all these dies that cut out. So this is when you're going to start to create your mat and layers. This is a full solid piece. Then you've got this gorgeous decorative piece. And then you've got I mean, when you think about all the metal that you're getting for your money, what a fabulous price. I can't believe you're getting 4 sets of dies at the Club Platinum price of a brand new launch today at £25.57. That is amazing. But you've got all of these. Now, these are the ones that I would consider to be your nesting elements. So if you wanted to be very versatile with these and look at them as not just the pop-out ornate part, but you've got all these nested features as well. So you've got some lovely new decorative features, Joe, which I just think is absolutely fabulous. So that's all your dies sorted. I'm going to put them there because I'm going to be using them. But let's start with that swinging element. The pop-out, wait a minute, the pop-out, ornate pop-out swinging element. That's it. Right, so I've already got that line in the centre. So this is when you can now play. You can go higher, you can go lower, you can take it into the centre. But you need to make sure your little kissy one is at the top and the bottom. And I'm just going to pop on my low-tack tape. I'm just going to move my microphone. My microphone's slipping. I can feel it going across the desk. I'm ever so sorry. And
Where's
it's
it
just
gone?
about to head south. So let me just...
You sort that out. We'll have to send a ferret in for that. Hang on, let me just share with you. Shadiah says, Rebel Joe, what is written on your shirt? I can read it to you if you want. It says Rue Saint de Paris, which I think means Saints Row. And then underneath it says La Cité de sa Atelier Art en Métropole d'Ever Sans Fleur. I don't know what any of that means, but there you go.
What does that mean, Joe? What does that mean?
I think fleur means salt, doesn't it? So salty saint.
Salty
if the
Saint.
shoe fits.
Wow. That's your new nickname, yeah. Salty Saint. That's it, Shadiah. Salty Saint. We're going to go with that one instead of Rebel Joe. Right. I've popped it on. I've got my microphone back on. I've just shoved it. It's a very silky dress, and I think it was starting to... I could feel it coming to here and then going south, and I thought, we don't want that. So I've kind of rectified it, so I've put it over here, but I'm just going to keep flicking my... Wait a minute. Flick my hair out of the way. Right, so I've popped my worker element die onto kissy lips, onto the top and to the bottom. Let's get older. I'm going to have to stop calling them kissy lips. No. I am going to have to stop calling them the notches. The notches. Let's call them by their proper name, Debbie. Right, so we're going to just pop this through on our normal combination. I'm actually going to try it without my my magnetic shim.
Okay.
So because this is quite, when you look at it, this is the worker element, and there isn't a lot of detail
it's quite a basic
to it.
Shape, isn't it?
Yes. Sometimes we think about it, and I can hear it working. I think that's going to be all right. It's about we talk about the machine and the combinations, the plate sandwiches, the plate combos. When it's not a decorative die, you can take away your magnetic shim, so there's not as much pressure going through. And I'm going to try it and see if it's worked. If it hasn't, I can then go back in and add. We always say this, you'll hear myself and Jan talk about it, Craig talk about it. Sometimes less pressure is more, it's what you need. And when you think about your dies, on a decorative die, you would definitely need your magnetic shim. Sometimes you need to have that metal shim in there. But it's all about working out what's the right pressure. And I'm going to turn that over and have a little look. And that is spot on.
Brilliant.
So I'm going to, so I would always remember that when you're doing this, when you're using these, on that worker element die, don't have your magnetic shim in. So just pop it on with that combination. I'll go through that combination again for you. Oops. Don't tear it, Debbie. You've got your cutting plate, your plastic shim and your other cutting plate there, and that's the combination that I've used for that worker element die. So I'm just going to lift that off, and now what you'll see, and I'll just put that back onto there so I've got it in the right place. You've got your fold, and can you see where it hasn't gone across, it's not cut across, that then creates that pop out element like so, and I'm just going to pop it there. Can you see that now?
Perfect.
Perfect. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do the decoration, and we're going to bring in the other dies as well.
Awesome.
So I'm just going to bring those back in, Joe, and I've got my cardstock. Now I've chosen a plethora of cardstock. I've been having a little route around, and I've got hold of that lovely Caring Thoughts paper pad. Love that one. The colour tones on this are beautiful. And I've got the matching cardstock, and I've literally, you can see me little bits, taken some of the mirror card that comes from that collection. I've got a couple of pieces. I try and do it in a less waste is more kind of feature. So we're going to just now start to build up the mats and the layers, because exactly what I said, these are matte and layer dies. We've got a lovely solid one, so we're going to pop that on. Let's pop that down with a little bit of low tack tape. We've got this beautiful decorative piece, again a separate die cut element, and I'm going to use the beautiful, oh Debbie, I'll make it work. I've been a bit too tight with my paper, my cardstock.
Frugal Debbie there.
I'm definitely frugal, I know what I'm like. I try.
She says, Salty Saint, I will ponder this one, Debbie, but he's on the naughty stare for at least 1 month. Wow. Well, it's all right. I'm only back for 3 days after today, and then I'm off for 3 weeks, so that'll be me naughty stare action taken care of. Yeah.
What are you like, Joe? Honestly. Right, let me have a little plate. Let's have a think. I'm going to, yeah, where's that lovely little piece gone? There it is. We'll have that for one of the smaller ones. So next size down. Yep, I'll have that one. I think I might leave it there. I might not put the rest in, because you've got the choices. That's the lovely thing about these dies. You've got choices where you can layer these on top of each other. Actually, I think...
I'm guessing, Debbie, as well, with the worker element, if you wanted to, there's nothing to stop you taking a craft knife and completely releasing that and use it as a topper. Could you use it as a standalone topper if you wanted to?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. That's exactly it. You just need to snip. If you wanted that base where it goes across and you have it as a full nesting dies, you would just literally snip across at the top and the bottom to release that. Good shout out, Joe. Good shout out. I like that one. Right, so I've got all my elements, and what I'm just going to do is, let me find my big scissors a second, Joe. Let me grab
Lots of chatter about ice cream as well, Debbie, in the comments. A lot of those coming. I'll share some of those with you shortly. Loving your nails, says Sarah Brown as well.
Oh, Sarah, don't come too close, Nick. They're ready for a new set on. I'm ready for a new set because I hadn't had time. I've been too busy holidaying, as you do. But thank you very much. They're still nice and sparkly, but they're a little bit outgrown. So
there's loads of love coming in for you. Should I? It says loving your hair. No wonder I call you Fab Debbie. I'll try it again. No wonder I call you Fab Debbie. Everything is fabulous about you. And Cheryl says, I love the new haircut. Good morning, Joe and Debbie.
Oh, thank you. I've had a bit of, little bit of, like, some, do you know, undertones of brown, my natural colour put through it. I weren't really feeling it.
I like it.
Yeah, I weren't really feeling it because I liked the whole kind of blonde tone, but I've had, like, some underneath, so it's tried to give it, like, a bit more of a, you know, a more natural feel to it. Yeah, but thank you very much. I'll take that one. I was thinking about contemplating having it all done again and just put all the blonde back in. But thank you very much. I'll take that. That's really nice. You know how to make a girl feel special. You really do. Put a smile on his faces. Have you had your hair done, Joe?
No, I'm desperate for a haircut.
I thought you'd had yours styled and you looked amazing.
What the thing is with mine, Debbie?
I think that, Joe.
It's fine like this length, but the sides need to be cut. Because, Debbie, I am very salt and pepper at the moment, and I had no idea. Now it's longer.
Yes.
Not just salt and pepper in the top, all through the sides as well. It's all going a little bit grey.
There's nothing wrong with grey.
I am only 35, Debbie.
Oh, but grey's a good colour, especially on a man.
Did you hear that? I wish you could have seen Debbie's face. She went...
Because he's quite distinguished on kind of man. I think grey hair is
Yeah,
a
I just think it's
really...
slightly aging though, and
Yeah,
also my
but it
beard's going quite. Now my beard's gone a bit. I've let it sort of all grow out a bit, and my beard's a bit long. I am actually considering, Debbie, and you really won't like this.
Go on then. Don't shave it off.
Gonna cut it all off for Glastonbury.
No, Joe, no, I love you with
When
hair.
when I worked at Create and Craft, I shaved it all, didn't I?
Yes, I remember. Do you remember?
Debbie was
not.
not a fan. She was not afraid to let me know either.
I wasn't a fan, and I told you so. Yeah, because I think, but you've got beautiful hair, Joe. Your hair is lovely as it is. Keep it as it is. It's beautiful. It is absolutely lovely. Right, so we've got all our mats and layers, and this is when we're going to start layering them up. And literally, you can choose any of your colours. The reason I've chosen these is obviously it matches that gorgeous paper pad from the Caring Thoughts. But literally all you're going to do is layer those up, and you've got that lovely nesting ability, and then they fit inside of these as well. However, I've got some already done with my foam pads. I loaded them up this morning. I am going to stick this one directly into there, so I'm going to pop that one directly down, but I've got all my mats and layers for my cardstock first. So I've used the matching paper and cardstock that comes with the Caring Thoughts and pop those on, so I've got my mats and layers already, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop in the background the lovely matte and layer there. Those beautiful roses are absolutely gorgeous. They really are. I think this collection is going to work with any paper, any
absolutely.
style of fold of a card, lots and lots of different variations, which our lovely Jo showed you at the beginning, which are lovely. We'll give her a shout out. I think it was our Marie that does them. I think it was Marie that's done them. Apologies if it isn't. Does it say Marie on back? Normally, we've got a couple of girls that do our black and white concepts. We call Marie the concept queen, because she really is. She comes up with all sorts of different variations of card folds and different ways that you can use them, which look quite incredible. Now, I'm going to pop on here as well. Excuse me. Oops, I've just realised what I didn't do. Oops, oops. I meant to put that onto my card front and then cut through it. Oopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy.
I will let you off.
Do you know, and well, you might let me off, but I think I might have to redo that one, Joe, because I've realised I wanted to put Debbie, I wanted to put it over the top like that so that I could create. Do you know when you talk about I tell you what, I've got my piece of cardstock here. Let me take that little back off and let's show you. You've seen how to do it with the white cardstock. Let me show you. Thank goodness I used that glue. Let me show you how you do it. So this is a good way of showing you though, actually. It's a good way of showing you how to do it when you want, do you know when you want to create that perfect cut over the fold of the card with your cardstock on. And this is when we'll probably change it up a little bit, when we're probably going to pop that onto our, I'm just going to go in at 2.5. And my 5, sorry, just a second. Let me just pop that on there. Where we're going to use the magnetic shim now into here. Let's just pop this on. Good way of showing you, actually. So I'm glad I've done this. I'm glad I didn't make a mistake at all. I'm glad that I did it this way, just so I can show you the difference between without and with.
Perfect.
That's exactly, Nicola. Whatever I say, you'll go with it, won't you? Let's stick that on first and get that on. However, I am going to use tape and not wet glue, and there's a reason behind that. If I use the wet glue, it'll probably go a little bit sodden. Do you know, a bit soggy, because it's wet. You need to let your wet glue dry. So if you're going to do this technique with your mats and layers already into place, make sure your glue is thoroughly dried, because the pressure of the Gemini with the wet glue, and don't forget the wet glue, it can splurge out. It will if it's still wet. So always make sure.
Don't want any seepage, do we?
You what, Lou? No seepage, yes, no seepage. So I'm just going to pop that on and get that into place, and that's why I've used a super strong double-sided adhesive tape pen. So get that into place. Now it's going to be exactly the same that I did with that white one. We're going to line the worker die onto the top and the bottom of the notch like so. So I'm going to make sure I've measured that up, but this is a good way of showing you now how when you create the base, and I'll show you in a moment what I mean by that, that I don't have to try and mess around cutting do you know, the pieces to go underneath, which could be quite tricky, but we're not going to make it tricky. I've often said this, we're going to make crafting as easy as we possibly can. And we're going to pop that on the inside. And then we're going to run this through. Now, because I've got cardstock and paper and cardstock, which is a 300 GSM, a 250 and a 180, that's a lot of weight on there. So I am
How
going
many
to
GSM is that in total?
Oh, you knew you were going to
I
say.
haven't got a clue.
I haven't got the foggiest. Even though it's a simple die, though, I am going to pop on the magnetic shim because of the extra GSM. When I talked about pressure at the beginning, think about your cardstock, think about the layers you're cutting through, and think about that pressure. So when you're popping it on with layers, add the magnetic in, because it's got to cut through more pieces there rather than what this was just a 300 GSM, so we didn't need the magnetic sheets. So let's just take that off for a second. And before you make sure it's cut through, and I think it has cut through there, and if it hasn't, that's when you're going to add. Now I can see just on here, can you see there, that bit hasn't cut through. And let me just make sure and double check. Yep, it's cut through two of the layers. So this is when, oh, this is a good demonstration actually. This is a good demonstration. I'll have like a little bit of a 101 with you, Gemini. Because we need to bring in the magnetic shim. That extra bit of pressure is just needed onto the cardstock. So I'm going to pop that back through with all my plates on.
I've been told by Cheryl, she says, Joe, don't you dare shave that beard or your gorgeous hair.
Exactly, exactly.
Been told. Sarah Gressley says, Joe, I went great at 16, always covered it up. Now I'm 40, I'm embracing it. Grew it all out in lockdown. I'm a hairdresser, so just embrace it. And Cheryl says also, for some reason, very dark hair goes grey earlier. My youngest son has more grey hair than his dad.
Oh.
There you are.
Wow. But like I said, grey hair is very distinguished.
Normally my
looking.
hair is less grey in the summer, but I think because I have it shorter, so this year, because it's longer, it's way more grey.
Ah, right.
You're
I'm
like
happy
your mum, though. My mum moans at me when I have it cut short, Debbie.
Does
all
she?
the time, yeah.
I'm not surprised though, because it is. I love you with hair. I think you look. I mean, I'm not going to. I'm not smoozing you. Is it schmoozing the word?
Schmoozing, I think.
I think you look gorgeous with hair.
Thank you.
I really do. You look beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But if it, obviously, it's your choice, Joe. If you want to shave it all off, you shave it all off. It's your choice. It's your body. It's your hair. But don't do it! Exactly, Nicola, don't do it! Right, I'm just going to take my tape off. I realise I should have took that off before I put it through with the metal shim, but we'll get away with it. We'll get away with it. And we've got loads of time, haven't we, as well? We're okay for time. So I'm...
Yeah, we're all good for time.
Plenty of time. So I'm going to pop that off, and again, I'm just going to make sure I've released all of that, lift that off, and now what you've got is you've still got the pop-out element. Let's just get rid of that tape, because it has cut through both sides now. But now what you've got is that perfect, can you see now, where, and I'll just twist it there so you can see it. Perfect. I don't have to do any measuring, which could be tricky. I mean, you could try it without, but I like to make crafting easy for myself. And so now what I can do is I can line up all my pieces onto the inside now, perfectly, ready to pop that on. But before I do, I'm just going to re-stick my piece down onto there. If you ever get any of that, do you know when you get the glue strings, you just give it a little rub and it comes off. Yeah, that's the beauty of the all-purpose glue for that reason. And I honestly, I'm glad I used it, Joe, because that could have, that demonstration could have gone a little bit off.
Pieced.
Thank you. Thank you. Helping that yet again.
Alison's very lucky. Says, we're lucky here in Chester. We have Cheshire Farm ice cream. Yummy. Lorna Jane says, chocolate ice cream with Baileys is my favourite.
Oh, Lorna Jane, girl after me own heart.
Yeah,
absolutely.
hold the ice cream. Debbie loves a chocolate ice cream with Baileys, sometimes without the ice cream. Elizabeth says, chocolate all day long. Ferrero Rocher favourite. It's Rhiannon's favourite.
Ooh.
That reminds me of like being on holiday in Spain. And, you know, they have like all the chocolate bar flavours of the ice creams.
Yes.
Delicious.
Yep.
Rhiannon's was for a huckleberry, says Margaret Fracina.
What's a huckleberry?
What's a huckleberry?
What's a huckleberry?
I don't know. We'll have to get Johnny on the case to find out. Best shakes in the world at St Register, Montana. Huckleberry. Oh, I've never heard of a huckleberry.
I've not heard of a huckleberry before. Sounds delicious, whatever it is, yeah. Sounds absolutely delicious.
It's a soft, edible, blue-black fruit resembling a currant.
Oh my God, that sounds delicious. And where's that from? Who said that?
North America.
North America?
Yeah.
So
Regina says, it's a state food of Idaho. There you are. Regina says buttered almond ice cream.
Oh,
Buttered
delicious.
almond. Blue Bunny's chocolate cherry for Vicky, and Cheryl says butter pecan. Yep,
Ooh.
I'm from the south.
Ooh, that sounds nice as well.
I will never forget about the buttered salted caramel ice cream I had once in Italy, Debbie, and I think about it every day.
I bet you do as well, because I know I certainly would.
Yeah, I did a 40-mile detour in October when we were there to get the ice cream again. I've been for it.
A 40-mile detour?
Yeah. To go back to the same ice cream place in Florence.
You absolute comic.
Done a lot more for a lot less.
Right, I'm just going to put now, because you see, let me just show you, I've literally popped some foam pads at the back of 2 of the layers there, and of course I have got my other little layer that I could put on, but I have got a sentiment that I'm going to do. Now I've just literally used, do you know what did we call them the mini? I can't remember what we called these. Were these the mini sentiments? Mini sentiment
I know
dies.
what these were.
Do you know which ones
the mini dies, weren't they?
Oh yeah, the mini dies. I've talked about this a lot. Yes, the expressions, thank you Johnny. I use these practically every single time I craft. I absolutely love them, and there's some lovely sentiments in there. This one's called a Just For You. Did you think it sold out, Johnny? Yeah, have a little look, because this is one, and I've popped mine onto the back of a double-sided adhesive sheet to make it a little bit easier, so I'm not trying to, you know, fiddle around with some glue on there. And I'm just debating, shall I have all of my mats and layers on?
This is a beautiful card,
yeah,
Debbie,
we'll have all as mats and layers.
They are
on.
in stock, Debbie.
Fabulous, because honestly, they're such a very useful set of dies. You've got butterflies, dragonflies, you've got party balloons, you've got some sentence, some Just For You with love, which you're probably going to see actually, Joe, throughout my demonstrations today, because I do love these sentiments. They're absolutely fabulous. A great set to have at the side of your crafty, your crafty desk, which then you can just reach to any time that you want to, just add a little touch of an embellishment. And on this occasion, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to stick me Just For You in the centre. You can see, and I'm just going to lift it up so you can see what we've got now. We've got that lovely pop-out element. Can you see the pop-out feature? Yeah. Yeah, it's got that lovely pop-out feature. And then we've also got, and because I've layered it up, it's now giving it a very nice stiff middle and a nice straight, a nice stabilised middle.
Sturdy
I love that
centre.
new word. Sturdy centre, yes. And I've got that lovely on the fold there. But I'm just going to finish that off just by adding on my a little Just For You into the centre. You could be adding your embellishments and your flowers and things like that, but I'm just going to add on here some, as always, some little gems. So we're going to put one onto there. In fact, I'm just going to put a couple on. Let's just move these. But I absolutely love these. These are not to be confused with the swing dies, because they don't work the same way as a swing die. I just want you to point that out for you. This is a fantastic concept from Leanne and the team that enables you to use this, because it comes from, can I just tell you, it comes from the Creator Card range. And we talked about this a lot. The Creator Card range means you can create a variety of cards, different types of cards. And I'm just going to lift that out so you can see it again. That lovely pop-out feature, that lovely nesting feature as well. Beautiful decorative nesting dies too. So for me, it's one of those versatile ones again, and I absolutely love these. These are just fabulous. And I love that pop-out feature. I'll just bring that closer so you can see it. That pop-out feature there with that lovely set of nestiness. Which camera am I in, Nicola, with this one? Is it number 3? Let me see if I can point it there towards number 3. There you go. And if you look at it, you've got that lovely ornate pop-out detail that stays connected into the card at the top and the bottom with those lovely little kiss lips. Oh, thank you. Look at that close-up. Thank you very much, Nick. But how beautiful are these? I hope you love them as much as we all do here at Crafters Companion, because I adore this this concept. It's absolutely fabulous. A really simple, easy concept with that main worker die on the outside and then all the decorative ornate feature that goes into there. But from the Creator Card range means you can use them in a multitude of ways. You saw that fabulous concept at the beginning with our Joe. Get hold of them now at that amazing price, even without your club discount, £31.96 for a set of 4. And I say 4 sets, I'm not going to say 4 dies, 4 sets that have got multiple uses that you can take into not just the pop-out feature, but into other elements of your crafting with the nesting ability in there too. I love them.
Let me show you you all those concepts now. I've managed to get them all lined up, but I'll show you here exactly what you've got. So the ability then to pop them into there. So they've got that one there, which is a Z fold. I love the fact that you can use loads of them, Debbie, as well. Look at this one. Ooh. I mean, you really can go to town if you want to. Imagine using those for pictures as well. Would be another great one. You have little pictures in the centre of there. So there's that one. Then we've also got this one just here as well. So you can see here the ability to have those popping out and folding around. So loads of different ways how you want to put them together. I've got another one here as well. This one, again, even quite in a simple way. You can see there. Again, a beautiful, beautiful project that you've got. Let me share some more of these. You know that there's so many ways you can use these as well, and the team have come up with so many different concepts. Love that one. I think that's a really cool way of using them. Again, another simple Z fold there, but so effective. And however you want to put it, because you could actually have it as like a side part almost there if you want to. This one's clever as well. It's like a gatefold. So we'll fold flat and together. Get it out of the card, just looks like a regular gatefold, and then when you open it up, oh, hello, double floating gatefold, yes please. And then this one we've got just here as well is this one, as you can see here, again another sort of concertina style there, but really, really cool. And how about using them as a pop-out in the centre of your card? I think that looks really, really spectacular. So just a few ideas there on how you might want to use them. Let me share with you the designs that you are getting, again, included in here then. So really usable shapes, which is amazing. So you've got the circle in here. You also have this one here, which is that diamond that you've got in there. Then you've got this one, which is that's your majestic damask. And then you've got the Baroque oval, $31.96 or $40.95. Now that's a 20% saving, which on something brand new is rather marvellous, I'd say. And then, of course, you're going to be able to use your Club Inspire discount as well. Platinum members, $25.57 or $32.76. They have only just gone live this morning. It is already very, very busy on these at the moment. If you're not yet a Club Inspire member as well, details on the bottom of your screen. Sign up today, and you'll be able to take advantage of that platinum price on your first purchase, so make sure you do that if you're not already a member. Some other items to share with you and tell you about. This one here, this is your vintage butterflies that you have got just here. Now, these are absolutely gorgeous. Let me share this with you. What you've got in here is some papers, and they are just absolutely stunning. Such a really lovely selection. Love all the neutral tones in here as well, which means that you're going to be able to pair this really easily with some of your beautiful cardstock. So you're going to get it in the 12x12 and the 6x6, which is that one there. You're then also getting as well your luxury cardstock, so 24 sheets of your luxury cardstock, and you'll get 24 sheets of the vellum, all in the matching patterns to go with your 12x12s as well. Really lovely opacity to this, really nice, thick, heavy-duty vellum in there, and there's 24 sheets in that one too. You're saving over 15%, which is awesome. You're looking at £40 and change, just under $55 if you want to get that one. Another one I want to share with you as well is this. It's our luxury mixed cardstock. You're going to get, as you can see here, 48 sheets in total. So what you're getting in is a mixture of pearl and linen as well. So it's a really lovely combo. The two work together. They actually would work together quite well tone on tone, I think, as well. You're getting it in the neutrals, and you're getting it in my absolute favourite. I do love a pastel. You've got it in the pastels then, so you can see you've got the pearl in there. That pearl's got a really lovely shine to it, and you're getting it in the pastel colours too. So make sure you're snapping both of those up, $28.88 or $33.91. I'm going to give you an opportunity to check out your baskets on that brand new launch. So whilst you do that, let's share with you all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together, and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes, and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Sarah Brown says, oh, for a minute I thought I'd lost the sound. Nope, silly me, I just pressed the mute button. Honestly, what am I like? Honestly, there you are. I had, I felt really stupid the other day. I couldn't get like a Wi-Fi to work somewhere. And someone went, oh, you just need to forget the network and then rejoin it again. So do you think I knew how to do that, Debbie? I was like, yeah, I don't know how to do that. Can someone show me how to do that? I can't even find the AirPods on my phone. You know, like in the menu, to see where they are to check, see if they're charged or not, or if they're on. I can't find them. Where are they? I don't even know. I thought they were called earpods until recently. I didn't even know they were called AirPods.
Yeah, AirPods.
AirPods.
Yeah.
I thought they were called earpods.
But you can't find it on your settings?
No, I can't find it on my phone.
No?
There it is.
No,
I have to open the flap on the box and close it again and hope that it magically, comes on. Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not the only one then. I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not very good with anything like that. Helen says, if we visit our local seaside, we get a lemon top. It's whippy ice cream, so soft serve ice cream with lemon sorbet on top.
Ooh.
We'd not heard of a lemon top, had we, Debbie?
I've never heard it before. I was telling the guys, I've never heard of lemon top before. So yes, that's a new one.
We'll have to go to Redcar for fish and chips and a lemon top.
Ooh. Is that where is Redcar far from here?
No.
Oh.
Not far, yeah, about half an hour, just the other side of Middlesbrough, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, you have to drive through there. Me and Charlotte went for fish and chips last summer, it was delicious.
Oh.
Really nice. Right, let's take you through these brand new stamps that you've got. You're going to love these. Do you know what I love about them?
Yep.
The price, for a start. I mean...
Oh, good. Has someone typed that wrong?
You get 6 sets in here. Look, $13.99 or $23.75. We had to check this morning because we thought surely the value is so amazing. But yes, $13.99, $23.75 to get all of them. Because of you, I laugh a little harder, cry a little less, and smile a lot more. How nice is that? How beautiful. I'm thinking little box frames and little keepsakes. These are going to be gorgeous. This one here says, friends, a good friend. I can't quite see that from upside down back to front.
you want me to read it, yeah? Which one is it? The good friend? So is it, I've got it. So that one is the... Let me get that one because I can see that one. A good friend is like a 4-leaf clover, hard to find and lucky to have.
Ah, that's lovely. Isn't that cute? I love that you got the little elements in colour on that one there. Good friends are hard to find, harder to leave, and impossible to forget.
It's one of my favourites. That
wasn't the one you just read, was it?
What?
That wasn't the one you just read.
No, that wasn't
okay,
the no, yeah.
This one here.
So this one is friend. So let me get this right because I need to read this one. So it's a friend, and then it says one who listens, doesn't judge, and somehow making everything all right.
Oh,
Isn't that lovely? So it's meaning the friend is the top part of it, and then the verse is underneath. You know, the meaning of it is underneath.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And then this one here as well. This one says, I'm going to have to turn this around to read. I can't read it from that side. I'm going to read it here. It's not about who you've known the longest. It's about who walked into your life, said, I'm here for you, and proved it.
Honestly,
love
I love that one.
And then this one here says, there's nothing better than a friend unless it is a friend with chocolate. Amen to that, sister.
Amen to that.
Indeedy
Absolutely.
doodly. These are brilliant. Well, they look great when they're printed or stamped out like this. They look amazing when they're heat embossed as well. Grace is our social media superstar. She says, you guys have never heard of a lemon top?
No.
No way. There's about 11 O's and about 8 Y's. No way.
I have never heard of a lemon
It must
top.
be a northeast thing, Debbie. It must be a
I was going to
northeast
say,
thing.
because I've never heard of it.
No, me
never heard
neither.
of it.
If you want to get a hold of these, look at that platinum price, £11.19 or $19 to get all of these. I think you're going to absolutely love them. They really are a nice size as well, because they're quite wordy. They'd work quite well for the verse of your card, I think. They'd not work nicely on the inside, maybe as well as using them on the outside of a product as well. She says, I'm so shocked. Wow, that is mental. You definitely need to try one. LOL. I've never seen text sound more like a person. Sounds just like Grace would have said it. Indeed, it does. If you've got any questions about these, get them into us. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. But I believe Debbie is going to inspire us with these.
Well, I'm going to do my little take on one, but I'm going to show you, I mean, honest to goodness me, the things that you can do with a stamp. And ask Jam, because Jam will tell you there's 100 things you can do with stamps. It's a stamp at the end of the day. You can heat emboss, you can mix up your colours, you can pop it onto vellum, onto acetate, onto cardstock. You make it in cards, you can add it into your scrapbooks, you can pop them onto absolutely anything. And a really heartfelt sentiment is behind each one of these. I can't get over that price, and I genuinely mean it when I think we're going to have to double check this before tonight, because that is an unbelievable price. Have you checked it? Have you promised you checked it?
It's been checked.
That's okay, because it's just that for something new, and for the quantity that we've got there, that's an amazing price.
Less than £2 a set.
That's
for a platinum
insanely good. So I'm going to say this is going to be probably the star of the launch party show tonight. Get hold of yours now. These are incredible, and I'm going to show you some amazing inspiration that our design team have created with them, and the kind of things that you can do with them as well, because they're just absolutely fabulous. Our lovely Lily's created this one. Lily's created this. It's absolutely beautiful. Take into consideration all the things that you own in your crafty stash, like your nesting dies, and create your beautiful, I mean, look how gorgeous that is. And this is using some of our flower dies and some of our lovely butterflies on there. That is beautiful. The heartfelt sentiments behind them are just amazing. Another one of our lovely lilies, look at that one. Stamped out into some gold Midas metallic ink, because that's exactly what you can do there. These are just absolutely gorgeous. So our lovely Nicola's created one using a stencil, and then she's actually cut out that piece and popped it into the centre.
Nice.
So it's acted a little, and then he set it with some more of those gorgeous stamps. Look at this one. I love this one that Rebecca's done. She's used like the colours of the rainbow. How gorgeous is that? And then you'll see some of our lovely things that from our nesting dies to our lovely flower dies, our lovely layering flowers. I think that might be the same. Yeah, that's the same one that our lovely Lily's done there as well. Look at this. I love that.
Please.
So this one, who's made this one? Sabira. Oh my days, Sabira, I love this. Look at this fake chocolate she's popped on the front. I just think that is absolutely fabulous. What a great way. One of my favourite styles of cards at the moment is this lovely, I still can't, it's that lovely crisscross, a diamond point.
First person I ever saw do this, I saw Pam Craven. I remember Pam Craven doing this on when she did a craft factory.
Yeah, and you can, you know, honestly, any style of cards you can do and then pop on in there. Look at this, absolutely fabulous. And a lovely little shaker card there. I'm going to show you a couple more if I can, because these are just absolutely fabulous. Look at that. I mean, really, truly beautiful set of stamps with a lovely heartfelt sentiment behind each and every single one of them at the most amazing price that we're still all stunned at, because none of us can believe, or quite believe, oh, look at this. This is amazing. I love this one. Looks like a bar of chocolate. Who's done this one? Oh, Liam.
Yeah.
Oh, Liam.
It's very golden ticket, isn't it?
It is. It's Charlie Chocolate Factory, isn't it? Charlie. Hi, Liam. I just heard me call his name. Our Liam is super talented. We need to get him in it. Where is he? Tell him to come in here for a second. Because our Liam, can I just tell you, Liam works in our office in here.
He's a very busy mum.
He's a very busy man. He's always doing lots of, what did you think I said?
I said busy mum.
I said busy man.
I know, busy mum.
He's a busy man.
I refer to anyone that's busy as a busy mum, because you know some mums are like busy mum, busy mum, busy mum, busy mum.
Yeah,
busy mum,
he's always.
busy mum.
He's one of those multi-talented, absolutely multi-talented young man. And he's got into crafting quite recently, and he does the most amazing things. I've just seen one of his latest blog designs that he's done. I think, do you know what? We need to get him at this side at camera, because he's absolutely fabulous. And he creates some amazing things, and this one's one of those. I love this one. Bar of chocolate, little Willy Wonka styled bar of chocolate with that fabulous sentiment on there. These are utterly fabulous, and I know you're going to love them. And at that price, I'd be even considering buying a couple of these, maybe giving one to a crafty friend, and if not, tell your crafty friends, get on that blower, tell them to get over here, have a little look on our website right now and get hold of these at this incredible price, because they really are fabulous. Now, the one I'm going to do, I'm going to use my stamping platform, and I'm going to do a little bit of heat embossing with our opaque pigment inks, which, Johnny, do you still have some opaque pigment inks available?
We do have some inks available. We've got a little Explorer kit coming up later in launch day. You can get 8 ink pads in there, which is brilliant, and a really wide range of colours.
Amazing.
And you've got almost 25% off, which is excellent as well. We'll share those with you in a little wee while.
Oh, look at this. I just love this. There is nothing better than a friend unless it's a friend with chocolate.
If your friend was going to have chocolate, what chocolate would it be? That's the question.
Oh, now then. Some of my favourite chocolate. This is a real...
Yeah, to narrow it down to one.
To one.
Mine would be a dime bar.
Oh, yeah, I like dime bars, but they get stuck in your teeth and you're
don't
forever
they?
picking them out, aren't you? I love a Whisper. Would it be my favourite, though? No, not Whisper Gold, producer Johnny. No. No.
Grace is with me with the dime bar as well. She said it would be a dime bar for her. Our social media superstar.
I actually love... I've got a thing for Revels at the minute, because you never know what you're popping in your mouth and getting.
What?
I love a Revel at the minute, because you never know what you're putting in your mouth and what you're getting. It's like a... It's like a mystery. You know what I mean? Does everybody know what we mean? Do our stateside friends know what I mean with the Revels? Different chocolates,
Coffee,
like a Malteser, like a coffee, like an orange cream,
like a Malteser,
a toffee,
a minstrel.
A minstrel, yeah, a counter is in there. A counter is from the same make as the minstrels, but not with a hard
like
shell.
A chocolate button.
So it don't hurt your teeth as much. It's, it's like a big fat chocolate button. Yeah. But I love a Revel.
Love a Revel.
But is that my favourite chocolate? Caramac.
A Caramac would be your number one, would
Oh my God, a Caramac. Every single time.
Okay.
Caramac. Oh, I'm drooling. I need a Caramac. I haven't had one for ages. I need
There
a
you
Caramac.
are. Let me know in your comments. I love minstrels also, but like, does that count? Grace says. I think it can. Grace types exactly like you, but does that like count? Yeah, I think it does. There's a dairy milk with dime bar bits in it, says Grace. That's top tier chocolate for her.
No, it's too crunchy. It's too crunchy. You'll be picking them out or your teeth all type. No, it's not for me, that one. No. I'm trying to think of all the other chocolates. I love being the shape that I am. I love a good chocolate bar. Absolutely. You know I love a good chocolate bar.
I love a good chocolate
Gotta have
bar.
a good chocolate bar.
When I went to Brussels recently, the amount
Russell?
of chocolate.
What's a Russell?
I went to Brussels recently, didn't I?
Oh, Brussels.
So the Belgian chocolate that was there, oh, Debbie.
Oh.
I can't
Delicious.
even tell you. Yeah.
Right, shall we get back to the stamps? Let's stop talking about chocolate because I can hear my belly rumbling. I've not had my breakfast this morning, so I can hear my belly going 10 to the dozen. I'm going to use a couple of the colours. I've got green topaz and lagoon on this one. Now, our pigment ink pads are perfect for blending because they give a beautiful smooth blend, but they're also beautiful to be used with our clear embossing powder. And I'm just going to grab hold of said clear embossing powder. And we're going to use that in a second because we're going to heat set this because it stays wetter longer. It's not something that dries instantly like our quick dry. It's just perfect for heat setting with the use of a clear embossing powder. So I'm going to take a green topaz and the lagoon, and I'm going to do a little bit of a two-tone, starting with the lightest going into the darkest, but I am going to use my little finger daubers. Now I know we don't have these on the show because they're out of stock at the moment, but you could do it directly, taking it onto the stamp and going directly on there by using your stamp pad. Okay, so you can do that, but I just want to add a little bit more extra into there to make sure I get into all the nooks and crannies, because when I say the nooks and crannies, what I mean by that is there's lots of lovely designs on these. They've got like some, this one's got a little bit of foliage, love hearts on there, so there's some nice little extra detail.
Would we have to worry about priming these, Debbie, or are they going to be good to go as soon as you get them out of the packet?
You can prime. If I tend to prime on a brand new stamp, and just saying that, I've just realised this is a brand new stamp. No, I didn't prime it. If you want to prime a stamp, which I'll probably show you later on in the launch party show, there's a couple of ways you can do that with your clear watermark ink pad. Tap that over the top, rub it in, or stamp it a couple of times first beforehand, and then the residue that's on the top of the stamp will be removed.
Perfect.
And then you're good to go. And you only have to do it once, Joe. It's not something you have to keep doing over and over again.
Valerie Martin says dark chocolate bounty for me, please.
Oh yes, yes.
Vicky's very close. Says dark chocolate covered raspberries.
Ooh, ooh.
Dark chocolate covered raspberry. You can't beat a big juicy strawberry dipped in chocolate, Debbie.
True.
And then like they're left to cool, so it's like ice cold. Crunchy chocolate, cold strawberry.
I like, and I do like chocolate raisins, a good chocolate raisin.
Oh yeah.
Yep, not the nuts. I'm not bothered about the nuts being covered in chocolate. I prefer I prefer a raisin. Right, I'm just going over ink pads. Oh dear, going over with me ink pads. Over there, like so. Let's just move that out of the way. I'm sorry, I just don't think
okay,
sometimes. Debbie. I just don't think. Right, so let's go in with my stamping platform, and I'm going to go straight directly over there, and I'm going to just stamp that down. I want
I've
good
had
coverage.
to stop buying nuts, like roasted salted nuts in the house, because I get those big share bags from the supermarket, and I can sit there, and honestly, Debbie, I can shovel them in. And have you seen how many one of those share bags has got like thousands of calories in it? Yeah. Thousands and thousands. I just...
You can, because you
sit there watching a film, throwing them back.
Exactly.
Honestly.
And the thing is, we had on the boat, we had do you know those really chilly, hot, spicy ones, and they've got like a hard shell around the nut, and they're really crunchy, but they give you a right kick in the mouth. Oh my God, they were delicious. But Tanya put them out in a bowl, and before she got back outside, I'd eaten them all. I said to her, get that shaving bag back out, because they are quite Moorish, aren't they? They're very Moorish.
If you, maybe you've had a couple of drinks the night before, and there's a bag of nuts hanging around, oh, they're gone, that's it. I don't know what it is. I think they're salty, they've got fat in them, they've got all the things you need, haven't they? Oh,
I love a good nut. You can't beat, I'll be careful what I say here, but I do love nuts, I'm not going to lie. They're very good, they're a good source of protein.
They are a great source of protein.
They're really good source of protein. I absolutely love them, I really do. But yes, let me just grab hold of a sheet of, I'm just going to use this vellum for a second. Oh, I could have done this on me vellum, couldn't I? Because you can stamp onto vellum. But I've just sprinkled my embossing powder over the top, and I'm just going to pop that in. Now I'm going to try and be careful because I have got the fan on, but I think I can get away with it. Yep, so I'm going to cover that up like
Nicola
so.
says, I love you two together. You are awesome. Thanks, Nicola. Nicola also lets us know it's got to be a toffee crisp for them. Love a toffee crisp, very underrated.
Not for me, I'm not going to lie, it's not for me, that one. But I do get that, because my son loves a good toffee crisp. He likes them. You know, you can get orange toffee crisps. Yeah, I found them in our local B&M, producer Johnny. Yeah, and they had a orange toffee crisp. I love a good flavoured chocolate as well. I don't know about anybody else. A good flavoured chocolate's really nice. Now I'm just heat setting this, Joe. I've popped over my clear embossing powder over the top, and I've got this lovely ombre effect going off. But what you do when you heat set, it just gives it a really lovely enamelled finish, and I love it for that reason. It's just absolutely fabulous. I can't get over price on this though, Joe. I'm still a little bit in shock.
Very, very busy on this. 5%. We've been what? How long have we been here? 10, 15 minutes? 10%, 5% sorry, of our launch stock is already gone. That's people that have checked their baskets out in that short time, and there's a load of you with them in your basket at the moment. You guys are loving these. Easy to see why. I think for that price, something to have in your stash that you're going to be able to use. You know, I think the sentiments are something you're going to get a lot of use out of. And also, brilliant on cards, Debbie. I think box frames, these would be just ideal, wouldn't they? Or even maybe somewhere on a big scrapbook, I think they'd look great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do you know where you start? Do you know, if you're making scrapbooks and things like that, having these sentiments behind the back, maybe of your photo of your friends, whatever it is that you want to do. I mean, I just love them. Can you see that lovely enamelled finish that you've got? I'm just going to give it a little wiggle so you can see that beautiful enamelled finish. You can go back over that and redo that. What you need to do, especially as you're not using you're not stamping back over it, all you need to make sure is it's hot, so you still want it to be hot, and then reapply your embossing powder over the top, and then reset it so you've got like a double emboss or triple emboss. That's how you would do that. But I'm quite happy with that one, and I have actually cut mine down to size, so I'm just going to bring in the one that I've cut. I'm just going to give it a little rub over though. Let me find me cloth. There we go. I'm just going to rub off the excess there, because a little bit's just blown onto my craft mat. But I have actually just cut mine down to size, the original one that I've done. And I'm just going to pop this on, because I'm going to pop it into a little gift box, this one.
Nice.
So I'm just going to mat and layer it onto my cardstock. Let's just bring this in.
I remember, if you want to see more of these as well, launch party tonight, we'll be featuring these again, 6 PM here in the UK, 1 o'clock over on the East Coast, 10 AM across on the West Coast. That will be, when are you back with us after today here on Craft TV? You're back at the weekend, aren't you, Debbie?
Yes, I'm here Saturday and Sunday, yes.
Brilliant.
I'm here Saturday and Sunday. Now, I've made myself a little box. Now, I say a box, I'm using, do you know the Matchbox element? So I've cut myself 2 pieces of cardstock, because this is going to be a little gift box. I've got my mats and layers already done with my cardstock, ready to pop onto there. But I'll give you the measurements of this, and I'll tell you how I've done this one. So, first of all, the bit that's going to hold the case together, so it's going to be the slider box. This actually measures in at 9.5 inches by 6, and I've scored it at 1/2 inch, 3.5 inch, 5 inches and 8. So I'll just repeat that again for you. It's 9.5 inches by 6 inches, and scored in at 1/2 inch, let me just get this right, 3.5 inch, sorry, I'm having to move it, 5 inches, and the last one there was at 8 inches.
Perfect.
And what that's going to do is be the casing for my box to go into. Now, the box itself, I've already scored and cut to shape, but I'll give you the measurements of this one. This measures in at 8 3/4 inches by 5 3/4 inches, and I've scored it around at 1 1/4 all the way around. Okay, so we're just going to pop this in, and I'm just going to stick this bit together. So I'm going to use our double-sided adhesive for this. And I'm going to, in fact, let me just make sure I've got my score line perfect, because I want it to be nice and neat. There we go. So
These stamps look amazing, says Maria. I've just ordered some. Can't wait for them to arrive. Is there a show of gift box making? Asked Rhiannon. Gosh, I can't remember. We done a,
well, do you know, tomorrow?
Gift box making masterclass?
Tomorrow there is with our Craig.
Is there tomorrow?
Our Craig's back from his holiday, and he's got a masterclass with boxes. Yeah, so might be well worth tuning in tomorrow.
That must be the middle show then tomorrow.
2
2 PM, 9
yeah,
AM.
I'm pretty sure, because I've seen he was busy prepping outside. He was doing some prep outside, and it's a box making masterclass.
Well, there you are, Rhiannon.
Yes,
You're in the right place at the right time.
Good timing that actually, Rhiannon. Yeah, really good timing. Now, before I actually put this case together, I am going to just decorate my panels, just to make it a little bit easy for myself. So I'm going to pop on, let's make sure I've got this the right way around, yep. There we go, I'm going to pop on my pieces. I think I'll use my tape pen. Yeah, let's use my tape pen. And literally all I've done with this, Joe, is I've just used the sizes of, I don't know, ask me what I've done there. I think it's a scrape of me nail polish on there. I've just cut down the sizes with the mats and layers of 1/4 of an increment of each one. And there's layering that in. And then I'm going to do the same with this one. So let's pop, in fact, yeah, use the tape pen. Has he got, what's he got on tomorrow then? So he's got Creative Cravings.
He's got Creative Cravings and a box making masterclass.
Yeah, I know he's excited because he's been so busy. I saw him prepping last night.
He's been off for a little while, isn't he? He's been away from.
We had holiday
been
together.
Away from here for a little while.
Yeah, he's been because he's had a
looks
holiday.
Fabulous. He's got a lovely tan on
He
the go.
has.
You wait till you see him tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Just make sure I've got that right, Joe.
He's been doing a bit of secret filming today.
He has, yeah, because when I saw his car today, I was like, oh, great, I've not seen him for ages. Feels like ages since I've last seen him, so, and I know he's been well, he's really enjoyed his holidays, had a lovely time away and some time off, doing things around the house, visiting his haunted places, because he's quite into the paranormal, is Craig. He loves all that, the haunted things. So, yeah, he's had a whale of a time.
Not for me, Debbie, not for me.
Yeah, I don't mind it, and I'm not going to lie, I would love to do one, because I worked in a pub many moons ago, which is one of the, it was actually appeared on one of Craig's programmes that he liked, you know, the, is it Haunted, Most Haunted, yeah. It's called Mill of the Black Monk, it's in Barnsley, the pub, and I wasn't a believer, I'm not saying I wasn't a believer, but having worked there, I changed my mind, because I saw some things that can't be explained. And a few things at that. I'll have to tell Craig and tell him all about it because
see, I wonder if my apartment's a bit haunted. Because yeah, because it's in an old mill, isn't it? You know, which dates back from like the late 1800s. And I do feel like sometimes when I don't know if this is a thread we should be going down, but I do feel like sometimes, you'll know this, Debbie, when I'm sat on my sofa and I look down my hallway and my bedroom door's open, I do feel like sometimes there's someone moving around in the bedroom. Ooh. Just walks past the window at the very end occasionally. I'm on the 3rd floor, so there's no one walking past the window on the outside, by the way. Ooh, I've only noticed it a couple of times, but last time I thought, oh, I just felt something move out the corner of my eye then.
Ooh, spooky.
I think they'd be quite friendly. Just a friendly little sort of, you know, a friendly little sort of Victorian, friendly Victorian.
Did you hear Producer Johnny? Producer Johnny, if only you could have heard what Producer Johnny said then.
It's very spooky, yes, very spooky in the bedroom.
The little comic. Oh dear, it's a good job you can't hear us, isn't it? It is a good job you can't hear us. Now, did you hear him one day?
One day you'll be able to hear what they're saying in the gallery. But plot twist, you never will. You never will. Because they'd all get the sack.
Oh dear, do you know though, honestly, it's one of those places here, it's just such a great place to work. And our team is just a fabulous team, we're like a big family.
They are.
But we just really have such a laugh, it really is. Don't feel like work sometimes. You what, love?
No.
What did you say?
No, it's fine. No.
Right, I'm just going to take this backing off me foam pads and I'm just going to add this to the front of my box. Now, as you've seen while I've been talking and chatting about all those things, I've put my box together. I've popped a couple of little on the edges because when it's inside my box, can you see? I'm just going to pop that in there. Let's make sure I've got a nice fit now because my measurements might not have gone wrong. It's a nice little slider box now, so I'm ready to fill with lots of chocolates. Talking of chocolates, I'm going to have to give her a lovely another mention as well, our lovely Lisa. You'll find her on the I'm a Crafter's companion page called Lisa Rodrigo Glenn. So we've popped a little post on because she sent me a message yesterday. She said, did we receive them? Yes, we did. We've
Yeah,
got
we
them all.
did
Thank
indeed.
you very
My,
much.
oh my, did we receive them?
And Nicola, I'm just going to tell you what our lovely Nicola said to me yesterday. She's absolutely touched, Lisa, that you've named and remembered the names.
Of all the team?
All the team. And Johnny said you've spelt his name right. He's absolutely chuffed to bits about that. So yes, so everyone's absolutely blown away by your generosity. Everyone's already opened up some of them.
Oh,
I even
gosh.
think our Craig might have had one of his favourite lemon Kit Kats out there as well. So yes, it's very...
They have gone down a treat.
They have, yes. And all the team know about their lovely gifts as well. And everybody is blown away.
Shaddai says I need to sage the apartment out, Salty St. Joe. How do you
Ooh.
sage out something? You burn it. Do you have to cry like shame or oh yay or something like that as you move around? Just shake your sage around when it's a bit smoky. Shake your smoky sage about. Right, brilliant. Okay, thanks for that, Nickers. I'll bear that in mind. I like the smell of sage as well, so I've got a sage Joe Malone candle. Can I just burn that? Will that be the same? Brilliant, okay.
Right, I'm just sticking some random, and I am being random with my little gems. Sometimes it's nice to just be a little bit random with them, and that's exactly what I'm doing onto the top of my little gift box that I've now got ready to gift someone. I'm going to pop some chocolates into there because this one I think would be a lovely little idea to give to someone, just as there is nothing better than a friend unless it's a friend with chocolate. You fill that up with lots of chocolates in there, pop that in, and you've got yourself a lovely little gift box like so with that fabulous stamp set on. I adore these stamps. I cannot get over that price, which I just think is incredible. It really is.
Yeah, they are absolutely awesome. Let me take you back through then the different sentiments that you've got on here. This one says, because of you, I laugh a little harder, cry a little less, and smile a lot more. Here comes Knickers on Super Zoom.
Woohoo!
Next up then, you've got this next one just here. This says, friend, a good friend is like a four-leaf clover, hard to find and lucky to have.
Aww.
This next one here says, good friends are hard to find, harder to leave and impossible to forget. And then we've got this one, says, friend, one who listens, doesn't judge, and somehow makes everything all right. This one here says, friendship, it's not about who you've known the longest, it's about who walked into your life and said, I'm here for you, and proved it. How sweet are these? And then this one says, there is nothing better than a friend, unless it is a friend with chocolate. Which is lovely, $13.99, $23.75, a platinum price here of $11.19 or $19, which is great value. I tell you what would be a nice stamp. A friend of mine says all the time, Debbie,
yep,
everything's all right in the end. If it's not all right, it's not the end.
Ah.
How nice is that?
Oh yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. Cheryl sent a message in. She says, Joe, would you ask Debbie if she remembers doing a masterclass on card making? She did tons of different styles. I can't find it. So she suggested making a template of each style and keeping a file. I got started. I thought I'd save the show, but I can't find it. It was a few months ago. I remember doing that show with you. That rings a bell, you talking about a template.
Was that the craft-along one that I did, or was that the Ultimate Pro one that I did? I remember the show. I just can't remember what it was.
Me neither.
Because I did it similar to the... Because when we had Craftaganza a couple of years ago now, I did something very similar where I did lots and lots of different styles of cards using the Ultimate Pro. Was it a Craft-along?
It wasn't a masterclass. That's why you can't find it, Cheryl, yeah. It was a Craft-along.
Right,
Go back through the Craft-alongs and have a look.
I know if you go over to our pages, you know, on our
YouTube's a great place to go because they're all separated then into their different titles.
On the Crafters Inspiration one, if you go over to the TV Craft Experts, there's like a list of our names there.
And then all the shows you've done.
And you can click on and it's all the shows that we've done. So it could be on there as well. So that might be worth having a check. I'm really sorry I can't remember the date. I do tend to write things down in my diary, what date that I've done things and how I've done it and what kind of demos that I've done, just to try and trigger me and help me when I'm future planning things. But I'm really sorry I can't remember the date. But there is, it's definitely, I think you might be right, it might have been the Craft-along. And I did lots of different styles of cards.
I think it felt like a masterclass, it was a Craft-along. I remember us doing it together. Lisa's message says, my heart is full, Debbie and Joe, so happy that you enjoyed all your treats. We really have gone down an absolute storm. Thank you so much, Lisa, so kind of you. Right, I'm going to give you an opportunity to check out your baskets. Whilst you do that, let's share with you some of our fantastic quick buys.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Put away your tape measure and fabric scissors. The Threader's fabric cutter offers accuracy and precision with every cut. This handy tool slices through fabric in a guillotine style. Its ergonomic design features a comfortable and protective handle, so it's safe and easy to use whether you're right or left-handed. Its 45mm rotary blade will cut up to 6 layers of fabric at a time, so your sewing, quilting, and upholstery project times are cut down to size. It's equipped with a measuring guide in metric and imperial for a perfectly accurate cut every time. The built-in grid ruler has 30-degree, 45-degree, and 60-degree angle lines, so you can cut fabric on any angle, including the bias. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Take all the hard work out of patchwork with the Gemini Build-A-Block patchwork system. This innovative collection of multimedia dies allows you to create patchwork blocks with ease and total accuracy. This set includes 18 dies to cut a range of shapes and sizes for patchwork or quilting projects. They can cut multiple layers of fabric at once. They include an accurate 1/4-inch seam allowance, plus all of your pieces are cut exactly the same size every time. Follow your own creative inspiration or look through the 20 patterns laid out in the guide. Not enough? There's an additional 60 patterns online. And right now, we have amazing offers on the Gemini Build-A-Block patchwork system. Quick Buy, get yours now.
Absolutely, get yours right now. Let me take you through then this. It is, of course, our Explorers kit for our latest show. Now, it's the Harmony Opaque Pigment ink pads. These are brilliant. You can blend with these, which is fabulous, but what you can also do is they stay wetter for longer. They have a longer open time, so it means you can heat emboss with them. So rather than having a watermark ink pad and then all different coloured embossing folders, just clear embossing folder and the different colours of these will work really well. They're my favourite of all the ink pads we do. That's a Chinese red. This is the orange. You've also got the lemon tonic, the ocean blue. You'll get grasshopper, damson wine, and you've also got the jet black in there. So a really lovely variation of colours here. You're saving $10.93 or $15.61. Essentially, you're getting 2 of these for free, which is excellent. $36.99 or $55.99 if you want to get your hands on those ones just there. Right, the other thing I need to tell you about coming up in our later launch party show is the Out of This World deal, which is these ones just here. It is your 5x7 cardstock collection, 200 sheets of this. You'll get 50 of the deep forest green. You will also get 50 of the burgundy. You'll also get 50 of the navy and 50 of the black as well. I think this is going to be brilliant for doing things like die cutting your sentiments from. If you wanted to make very small cards, I mean, you could use it as a card blank. Like a little small thank you notes or something like that. Would be grateful. $30.99 or $40.99 if you want to get your hands on those. Under £25, just $32 and change as a platinum member, which is Awesome. We are going to move on to Le Grand Swirls next, or the Grande swirls as they're known, which are these ones just here. You saw these, they launched on Friday, very busy at their launch. You saw them yesterday and you absolutely loved them as well. You've got 4 different designs in here. They have been designed with a concept in mind, however, they work brilliantly as corners, they all go into great frames, snip into these, have them off the edge of your projects. They work well in a lot of different ways. You've got the fancy filigree, which is that one there. This one here is your dainty snowdrop. You've also got your elegant flourish and the timeless flourish as well. $23.97 or $29.85. They're not going to break the bank. Under £20 or $24 as a platinum member. And when you see the amount of different things you can do with these, you'll really instantly recognise the value for money with them. Lots of you shopped for them over the weekend and yesterday, and they continue to be very busy now. Something that are not going to break the bank, as I said, Debbie, but you're going to be able to do loads of things with, wouldn't you agree?
Oh, absolutely, because at the end of the day, they're really grand swirls. Lots of beautiful designs in there that can be used in a multitude of ways from your embellishments. You can create backgrounds with them. I'm going to show you a few of what the design team have done with them. The idea behind them was to enable you to do like a little bit of a negative and positive, sliding them together and popping your swirls back in the centre there to create your own card front, what Leanne and the team have done. But obviously they're versatile because they are just such a fabulous die set that you can use them in, again, like I said, in a multitude of ways. So this is how they was designed, and if I just show you this lovely close-up one, let me turn that way for you. You can see how you've got the where you use the die to create the background, and then you can cut out the swirl in a contrasting colour and then slip it into there, so you're not having to try and fussy cut that around, and you can have your two-toned paper and cardstock on there. So that's how it was designed with that in mind. However, love this. This is not just for card making. Look at this one that Bianca's done. Again, using that concept that Leanne and the team had, where you can use it to have the contrasting between the two cardstocks and then pop it back into the centre by cutting it out into something else different, and it really is fabulous. But use things like acetate. You've got that lovely floating element. I love this one. I love this one because I just like the idea of having that round the middle, and it just looks like it's just meant to be. It's absolutely fabulous. But they are swirls. There are swirls at the end of the day, and lots of. I just adore this.
That's great. I love that off the edge.
I love that off the edge design. I think that is absolutely fabulous. And think about how you can use these in your crafting. How would you use them? Would you have them just as an embellishment, which is what our lovely, let me see if I can get the right name. I don't want to, let's have a look who's done this one. No, that's not her name. Oh, Leanne McAlpine.
You right?
Yeah, I thought it said something else. I'm doing a bit of Jan HSN again, just something completely different.
Did you think it was June HSN? Is that what you thought? Is that what it says, June HSN? What did you think it said? Come on, you've got to tell us now.
No, because
You've got to tell us, come on.
I'm so silly, I am just...
Stop the show,
I thought you said fancy filigree. I thought, well, that's a nice name.
Fancy filigree had done it. Oh, first name fancy, surname
really
filigree. Sorry, I was just
now.
scratching my love handle there, you just caught me.
But let's just go back to these fabulous Grande swirls. Is that how you pronounce them?
Absolutely,
Grande swirls.
Like Ariana Grande.
Oh, honestly, absolutely beautiful, and a whole heap of ways that you can use them. And we are going to be featuring these in the launch party later on tonight.
We are indeed.
But I'm going to show you that way that I'm going to keep it nice and simple. But I've got lots of different ways later on. All you need to do if you're wanting to do that negative, where you pop in that background piece in with your card, is you just need to remember the size of the die. These are nice big dies. This is 5.6 inches tall by 2.5 inches wide. This is a really nice one. All of them are different though. Let me just see if I can find the others. Let's bring these in. So you can see they're all different sizes. So the timeless floral one is 5.6. In fact, they're all 5.6, but the width of them varies from 2.3 to 3.3. I suppose it depends on the design. 2.6 to this one being 2.4. But all you need to remember is that your cardstock, and I've gone with a 5.5 one for doing this technique that I'm just going to show you. So I've taken a piece of our A4 multi-purpose cardstock that I do believe, did you say was out of stock? So this is 10.5 inches. Yeah, 10.5 inches long ways by 5.5 in this measurement, and I've scored it in at 3.5 inches to give myself this little bit of a fold. Now I've used some of our lovely double-sided, and I remember this one because Jake got me the book earlier and I completely forgot what I've done with it. Double-sided cardstock, Centura Pearl, but I've cut it to that same depth of that 5.5 inches. Let's not make it hard for yourself, Debbie. And I'm going to pop this over. Can you see how it fits there perfectly? Excuse me. Fits there perfectly. So what I'm going to do is, let's go into the centre of this. And there's a reason why I'm doing this, but please bear with me. But I'm going to just pop that onto there, literally hold it down with, oh my days, a little bit of low tack tape. Let's get some more, Debbie. Don't be tight with your tape. Let's pop that on there. And that now fits over that piece of cardstock. So I'm just going to run that through. And again, let's just pop our plates together and run that through the machine. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a couple of swirls. I'm going to have one swirl down this side of the first half. I'm going to have a swirl on this side, but I want to get that matching paper that matches both ends, which I'm going to be able to do with this piece because I've measured it at 5.5 inches, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to take that off. Move that one. Now I've cut my swirl out. I've got a swirl that I'm going to be able to use for something else.
Squirrel.
Swirl. Swirl.
Swirl.
A swirl. Oh, it's our lovely Craig. I can hear him. A swirl. Oh, look at that. Look at that swirl. Let me just tell you, look at this.
That's beautiful.
Honestly, it is just stunning. Even by popping it onto some white cardstock, really brings that out. And again, like you can be using it for background. But what I'm looking at is this piece here. So I'm going to take my, where's my pokey tool gone? What have you done with your pokey tool? Where's the time gone, Joe?
Sorry?
Where's the time gone? Again. No. I think we have far too much fun in these shows.
We've had a lot of fun in this show today.
There we
I
go.
think it's the knickers effect. That's what it is.
It's the whatty effect.
It's the knickers effect. That's Nicola, our vision mixer, if you didn't know.
Our lovely Nicola. Now, I'm just going to separate. I think I must have just had it a tiny fraction bigger than the 5.5 that I wanted. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this onto the back, like so, and I'm going to trim this little piece off. Oops, let me just bring that down for you a little bit, Nicola. There you go. And I'm going to do exactly the same with the other one. I'm just going to use this as a measurement, though, because I am going to put back in this swirl, but in a different colour. So I want to bring it into the middle. There we go. So I'll use that as a little bit of a... And this is how Leanne and the team had designed it to work. So tell you what I'll do. I'll use a bit of runny glue. I call it runny glue. I'm giving it a new name. Wet glue. All-purpose glue, Debbie. All-purpose glue. Runny glue.
Debbie, you've got a million names for everything.
I have, and I don't know. Honestly, it's because it's wet and runny, isn't it? That's what it is. It's because it's wet and runny. Oh dear. Seriously,
It's going to be one of those days to Debbie.
I can just feel
one of
it
those
in my
days
bones.
today, Debbie, isn't it?
I can just feel it in my bones. Oh, snorting. Was that me?
Yeah, it was you. What's that mean? Yes, it was you, Debbie. You were like a dog that had woken itself up then. Who's that? Who's snoring?
I'm just going to slide that into place. There we go. Now, I'm going to just trim off the end. I'm just going to get rid of my excess glue, though, just for a second. And that's one of the reasons why I do like to use all-purpose glue. It is absolutely fabulous. And I'm going to trim this little bit off here. I am going to use my guillotine, though, because I want it to be nice and neat. So let me try and find... Where's my little... There it is. I put everything to hand today underneath, so I weren't losing things, because I'm really good at doing that. So let's pop that onto there. And then I'm going to use the other side to create that piece, because I'm going to slip another one into place. I'm going to go use this one again, just for purposes of getting it into place.
Why am I seeing a seahorse?
Why are you seeing a what?
Why am I seeing a seahorse?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it does
Like
look
a very
lovely
sassy seahorse.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah, it's very much like that. But again, I'm just going to use my wet... Wait a minute. All-purpose glue. All-purpose
Your
glue.
wet running glue?
my wet runny glue, my wiggle time glue I call it as well. It gives me that little bit of a wiggle time to get it into place.
Adriana's switching over to the phone because she needs to blend her smoothie and get her final prep for work done. You do you, Adriana. Shadai says the show is great today, fun and quite inspirational. Glad I was off last night to enjoy this. I'm glad you're here as well, Shadaya.
Yes, so we are, aren't we? Well, it's lovely to have all our lovely regulars here. Do you know what though? We always forget we've got new viewers all the time.
We have.
Can you see now what we're doing with this one, Joe? And this, I wanted to do it this way because obviously I want to show you how Leanne and the team, are, to help you understand the concept of not only is it being a decorative swirl, but how you can create, the tricky bits, what I call it, the negative bits. Do you know when you want to slip something back in, but it's tricky to do because it's, does that sound right?
Yeah, no, you're fine, you're fine.
It's just Nicola laughing in me here. But do you know when you want to slip the dye back in, but you can't get this bit right, but you still want a little bit of maybe to do a little bit of splash
the border would be
technique.
really difficult to do, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be very difficult to do. Whereas this dye enables you to do that because I'm now going to use. I'll let that dry for a second.
Okey-doke.
I want to cut out my swirls, and I'm going to use. Let's use some silver. I think silver will look nice in this. And I'm going to cut this twice. Now, like I said, this is a really big die. It is a really big die, but absolutely gorgeous in terms of what you can do and how you can use it. So let's move that to one side. And I'm just going to run this through a couple of times into my machine. So I'll use my small plates for that. Let's grab hold of me smaller plates. Now, I don't need I need my magnetic one for this one. Where's that gone? There it is. Magnetic one. Move you out of the way. Where's my other glass? Oh, it's here. It's here. There we go. So let's just run this through. And we'll run this through a couple of times. Debbie needs to move things out of the way. This is what I'm like when I'm at home. Hang on a minute.
You all right, Debbie? What happened?
I've got 3 cutting plates there.
Oh, Debbie.
Ooh, I'm thinking, hang on a minute.
No, thank you. No,
I was
thank
like, put you back.
Debbie, what are you like?
I know. Do you know what? I feel like I'm doing this, with a reason behind there, just showing you how not to do things.
How not to do it, of course.
Yeah, how not to do things. I'm a public service, I am, again. Right, one of those gorgeous cut out. Let's cut another one of those out, again in that beautiful silver, because we're going to slip those back into place. So let's push that one. Let's go with that one. Oh, it's a little bit wasteful, Debbie. You've got that little bit there. I try not to be too wasteful. But I want to show you just exactly how Leanne and the guys wanted you to think about how you could use this. But then, of course, all the other possibilities in the way that you can use them as well. And they are honestly just gorgeous. I love swirls, but they've always ever been little small ones that we've brought out in the past. We've never brought something out that's got this grand feel to it, this lovely grand feel. And of course you could be using this piece as well if you wanted to use this to create that negative, depending on what, the size of your project is. But what we're going to do now, Joe, is we're going to pop them back in. And that way you've now got that lovely piece, but no one can tell that it's not being, cut out there. So again, contrasting colours, use those. They're the better ones to use. And let's pop in. Let's go in with me. Tacky glue.
Mary Ryan says, good morning from Maine, everyone. I am late again. I did notice, Mary. I did ask everyone about an hour ago if they'd seen you and where you were when I was taking the register. But yeah, I put a note on your file. You may get detention. Christine says, good morning.
Nice to have you, Mary.
I've been watching on the big 60-inch television. Just going to say hello after work all day, so I'll miss the shows later. But I'll catch up. I always do. Great show today. Loving your demos and the new pop-out dies and friendship stamps as well.
They are gorgeous.
Can't imagine what we look on 60 inches. Can you imagine, Debbie?
Oh, my days. Wide vision.
I hope it's not widescreen.
No, yeah, I was just going to say the same thing, Joe. I was just going to say the same thing. Oh, my dear. And is it one of those HD ones as well, where you can see every single wrinkle?
Every nook and cranny.
Yeah, every nook and cranny. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? And then I'm going to bring my other swirl and I'm going to pop that one back into place. And again, you can see now, if you tried to cut that out, it would be fair on impossible. But it's just showing you another way that you can use these. This was how the team had designed these, which is why they brought these great, the Grande swirls to the well, to our lovely crafty arsenal, is that a right good word
Yeah.
to use? Yeah. Under our library of dies. And honestly, when you think about all the possibilities, what about your flower forming flowers, and using these swirls as the backdrop for them? What about your scrapbook pages and you want to add an element of, I mean, look, popping these in and adding all those embellishments. There's so many different ways that you can use them. They really, really are. So again, I'm just going to feed that back in. Now, on this side, I don't need to put anything into there, so I'm just going to make sure I've got that stuck down. Like I said, near on impossible to try and cut that design. But I'm just going to pop back in here, just that little piece that I'd cut out. So I haven't thrown it away, I've just kept it, and I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue just into there. You could, of course, use your dotted tape pen. Do we have the dotted tape pen still in stock, did you say, Johnny? Yeah?
Yeah, there's a 4-pack in stock.
Yeah, if you want to use that, because obviously I've used mirror card, and sometimes mirror card can be notorious for getting, you know, bits of glue on there. I'm just going to go around with a little bit of glue, so where you can get a little bit of seepage. So with that in mind, you could have used the, but I'm very heavy-handed. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm a little bit heavy-handed, as you may have seen once or twice. But yes, I get a little bit carried away sometimes, so I get too heavy-handed. So yeah, I'm using purposely glue for this part. So I'm just going to pop on now a couple of little gems. Just
We look fabulous, apparently, according to Christine.
Oh, thank you, Christine. Thank you. She's such a lovely lady.
She really is.
So I'm going to pop those two onto there. And I think I might just, oh, what did I do with that stamp? Could I get away with using that stamp inside? Probably could, actually. So, but you can see now how it's coming together and how you've created that lovely backdrop. And I think I'm just going to finish that off with a little, yeah, I think I'll chop this down. I'll make use of the one that I made earlier. Plus, I've just realised at 12:40, I haven't got much time to be able to do anything else. So we'll come in and we'll trim this down.
Mary says, lol, Joe, I've gone straight to the back of the class and I'll gladly take a detention after the show. Okay, you deserve it, Mary. I'm only joking.
Let's just trim this down and make use of this one. Let's have a look. Just a little bit more off the top. Does anybody else do this at home? I do it by hand rather than measurement sometimes. I forget I've got some nice, you know, beautiful nesting dies that I could use. I'm going to use the same colour cardstock though, just to make that pop a little bit. Let's pop a bit of glue onto the back of there. And just do a little bit of matting and layering. And then come in. Oops, might have gone a little bit tad too close, so it's a good job I've used my wet glue for that one.
That's clever though, we're using the wet glue, Debbie, so you can just wiggle it.
Yes, that's honestly one of the reasons. So it doesn't matter if it's not dead. Exactly. It doesn't matter if it's not particularly even. That's a really good idea. I like that one. It's one of the reasons why I do use a lot of our all-purpose glue. It gives me time. If I've made a little bit of a botched job of me trimming, I can get away with it by simply using the wet glue, because it gives me that wiggle time to get it into place. And for that reason, one of the reasons why I do love using it. So just going to pop that over. Oh yeah, I think I'm going to use that one as well. So let's use our dotted. You can see I'm using everything here. And sometimes, less is more, Debbie, less is more. I throw everything but the kitchen sink at my projects sometimes. Not about anybody else. But yeah, sometimes need to remember, less is more.
As Coco Chanel said, always take one accessory off before you leave the house, Debbie.
Ah, always take one accessory off before...
Always take off one, when you get dressed, before you leave the house, always take one thing off.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've never heard her say that.
Sorry?
Is that a true... Coco?
It's a Coco Chanel quote, yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
always
take one item off before you leave the house.
Can you smell onions?
Sorry?
Can you smell onions?
Can you smell onions?
I can smell onions, John. I don't know
That's the weirdest thing you've ever asked me. Who said that? We're at Coco Chanel. Can you smell onion? Oh, Debbie, never change, please.
But honestly, I had a big waft of onion smell come through. I was like, what's that smell? I was like, it's probably our Christina cooking some most amazing things. What's she got?
Doing a pea and ham soup. Maybe it's
pea
that.
and ham soup? No, it's not pea.
just
No,
thought
peas
that-
have got a very distinctive smell. It's not peas.
I just thought that was the weirdest changing conversation I've ever heard. Oh,
Sorry,
right, go on,
sorry.
Chanel. You smell onion.
I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry. I
don't be
threw you off
sorry.
a little bit there. I apologise. So, these beautiful swirls, can you see how you can create this lovely effect of that, but just by simply chopping off at the beginning my swirl, but by using that, by using that depth, I've been able to create that backdrop really quite easily on both sides just by that one die cut, and then just cleverly trimming it off. That's another way, another technique. I'm not trying to measure things up. I can just have a little bit of an overhang that I can snip down, so it's absolutely perfect for that. And then I've made use of my stamp that I made earlier and that other beautiful swirl that I cut initially. So that's how they've been designed, with the idea behind them, but they are a beautiful, a beautiful swirl, a really big swirl that you can then use for embellishments and for lots of other things. You could make background papers with them, add them to add them to your scrapbook pages, use them as embellishments if you want to. But the concept behind there is that you can actually get that lovely negative, by using that swirl in the centre, and really does.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, just
So
absolutely beautiful. No wonder they've been proving to be popular.
Yeah.
I've been crying out for some, from swirls, some really decorative swirls for a long time, and I always said we should go bigger. I'm so pleased that Leanne and the team have come up with these, because I think they're a very useful die, one that you're probably going to use a lot more of than you actually think you need them, but you're going to use them in so many different ways. And then you've got this lovely idea what you can create that lovely without having to try and cut it out and work it out.
They make a lovely alternative to foliage as well. If you wanted to put flowers, arrange flowers along them.
Yes, absolutely.
That would look really well. A lot of people very much having a good old laugh. Sarah Brown says, oh my Debbie. Maria saying, oh, Debbie, you're so funny. Maria Reiner says, Debbie, the only person who can go from Coco Chanel to onions in one swoop. And Valerie wants to live younger. It was even more funny because about 4 years ago, I was walking down Canal Street with my friend Grant, and he turned around to me and went, just completely out of the blue, he says to me, can you smell gravy? And now it's something that I ask him all the time. Even in text, I'll just text him and be like, can you smell gravy? So you just asking me randomly if I can smell onions, it really made me laugh. It really is very, very funny. Let me take you back through the designs that you are getting here then. So you've got the fancy filigree, which is this one. You've also got your dainty snowdrop, which is that one there. We then have the elegant flourish, and also the timeless florals for you there as well. £23.97 or £29.85. That's a 25% saving on what is a brand new launch. £19.18, £23.88 if you are a platinum member. You want to get your hands on those. We are going to now do demo of the show, of the show, of the show. 3 fabulous demos in this show, Debbie.
I know, and I've got planned so many more. I just get carried away with talking sometimes. Right, we'll start back at the beginning with the fabulous Ornate pop-out dies. So this is number 1, and you can see that lovely pop-out element with those lovely nesting dies. Number 1. Number 2 is our chocolate box using those gorgeous friendship stamps, which I just think are beautiful. So absolutely fabulous, number 2. And then number 3, our lovely Grande swirls, teamed up with those lovely stamps. Well, the stamp that I used earlier. There you go. So 1, 2, or 3, you decide.
You decide. You got the power, as Little Mix said. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are over on YouTube. We want to show you again these because you're loving them. The Ornate pop-out dies. They are absolutely incredible. We've got a 2-hour launch day coming up on these in just over an hour's time, 2 p.m. here in the UK, 9 a.m. East Coast, 6 a.m. West Coast. But look at this amazing concept that they give you. This one here is the Grande circle. Then you've also got this one just here. This is the Regal diamond that you are looking at. I just love the way it sits so proud on the front of the concept there. This one here is your damask, your majestic damask that you're looking at. Again, you can see how awesome that is. If we, as we said earlier as well, you could just actually snip these out and use them as a topper if you wanted to. Lots of different options for you here. And we've then got the Baroque oval. If it ain't Baroque, don't fix it. That's what I say. Don't know why. Nicola really loves that one, doesn't she? She thinks, I love it. She just, I love it. $31.96 or $40.95 is your price on these. A platinum price, but for amazing brand new launch. For the essentially platinum of $25.57 or $32.76, you're getting 4 amazing sets of nesting dies and then the ability to build them into this fabulous concept as well. I think you're going to find so many different ways of using these, Debbie.
Oh, absolutely, and with lots of your collections. I've just seen a lovely funky one with the animals with attitude. I love this. I think this is gorgeous. But you've got that lovely concept where they've got that pop-out feature into the centre of your cards. This one's a really fabulous one. Talk about, oh my days, absolutely gorgeous. Trying to get it into the right folds, and let me get my right folds going. There we go. Let's go into that side. But you can see that lovely pop-out feature of these. I love that. I think that's so cute.
Those animals are cool.
They are cute. They are. They're super cool. But what about things like your autumnal cards or your? I mean, it's the concept behind it. This is a double one. We're going to go over these in the launch show where we're going to do how to use it singularly, how to use it doubly, how to triple it, and lots of different ways. Let me get that the right way around. There we go. This one's a fabulous one because what Wendy's done is she's just done 2 pop-out elements and then used the nesting dies in the centre of the card to create a really lovely feature. And you can see that. They're not to be confused with the swing cards that we've had out recently. These are brand new today and these are fabulous. They're our Ornate pop-out cards. I think I've got this the right way around, Joe. But again, absolutely beautiful and lots of different ways that you can use them, as our lovely design team have done. I love that one. I think it's really, really pretty. But again, absolutely fabulous. Pop out, and then you've got all that lovely ornate detail inside with those lovely nesting dies. They are incredible, and I'm really looking forward to doing that launch show later because we're going to try and cover lots of different ways in the way that you can use them. And don't forget, get hold of them now at that fantastic price. And I promise you, we're going to be doing a craft along with these later on, maybe probably July, August time we'll be doing these. But get hold of them now and get crafting with them, get creating with them, and it'll be interesting to see what projects we come up with during not just my take, but the other team members as well, our lovely craft experts. But yeah, absolutely fabulous. Get them now while you can. What a great launch price. That is amazing, it really is.
Yeah, they are great value, aren't they? To get, I mean, just for 4 sets of nesting dies, I think they're amazing value. They really are. Let me take you back through these stamps then that we are also launching. So it's a double launch. It's a double launch Treat Yourself Tuesday, which is excellent. So these will be featuring in our later launch party show with myself and Debbie at 6 p.m. here in the UK, 1 o'clock over on the East Coast, 10 a.m. on the West Coast. This one is called Laugh a Little Harder, is what we're calling this one. If you want to get these individually, they're all available individually. So I'll give you the individual names.
Wow.
This one is called Lucky to Have You, as you can see just here. And that says, a good friend is like a 4-leaf clover, hard to find and lucky to have. This one's called Impossible to Forget. Good friends are hard to find, harder to leave and impossible to forget. A Friend Like You, we're calling this one. And this says, friend, one who listens, doesn't judge, and somehow makes everything all right. This one here is called I'm Here For You, and it's not, it says friendship. It's not about who you've known the longest, it's about who walked into your life, said, I'm here for you, and proved it. Love that one. And then this one says there is nothing better than a friend unless it's a friend with chocolate. And that one's called A Friend with Chocolate, which is awesome. Card of the day, or no, not card of the day, jumping the gun there a bit, aren't I, Debbie? Card of the show even is number 1. Number 1
the pop-out.
the
I love
card
this
of
one.
the show.
I absolutely love these. So thank you very much. We'll pop that on the shelf for later on. I have a feeling, Joe, might win this one today. Now then, I'm going to show you some of those amazing stamps.
Please.
Because, I just want to show you the things that you can do with them. They're a stamp at the end of the day, so there's lots of techniques that you can do. Don't know if Nicola can get in close with that one, just while I have a little swig of water there. Can you see what we stamped this one in?
What's that one? Is that a
Do
gilded,
you know our lovely
background?
gilding flakes? Do you know you've got that glue that's in your gilding flake starter kit? Stamped with the glue and then popped over with your gilding flakes. I mean, how incredible does that look? And then they've used all the background. And I'm not sure who's done this one because it hasn't got a name on there, but whoever's done this one, wow, I absolutely love that. That is just absolutely incredible. And that's showing you the versatility with these beautiful stamps and how you can stamp, because a stamp is a stamp and there's lots of techniques that you can do with them, lots of materials that you can stamp onto. The one that Lily created here, I just think is simply stunning. It's absolutely beautiful, using other things that you have in your collection, from your nesting dies to your floral dies. What about doing that little bit of an ombre technique here, which again is absolutely fabulous. I love the sentiment behind these. This is just absolutely fabulous. Really, really beautiful. Lovely sentiments there. And look at this. These are the kind of things, these can be just those extra embellishments that you want to use them with. Again, your little chocolate box there. You've got your easel cards that you can make it a real focal part, because that sentiment itself is just enough. It's just the right kind of sentiment where you don't really need to think about anything else. Maybe just a bit of the fun design that you're going to create, which is being with these two, because I absolutely love those two. They're my favourites. I think they're fabulous, really fabulous. And I'll show you a couple more, Joe, just because we can. But again, look how gorgeous they are. Absolutely fabulous set of stamps that I know you're going to love. And wow, oh wow, honestly, that price on the screen, before you even talk about your Club Inspire level knocked off, is just absolutely fabulous. $13.99 for the whole set. Yes, please. For less than £14, all those. And if you're in the Club Platinum, look at the price, £11.19 or $19. That is amazing. It really, really is. I'm going to show you all my samples because I can. But absolutely fabulous. They really are gorgeous. Gorgeous stamps that are heartfelt, meaningful, and sometimes that's all we need to say to somebody. It's not all about birthdays and anniversaries and all those things that we normally associate with sending. It's sometimes just about that thoughtful, powerful message that you need to send to someone. These stamps tick that box with a big, massive yes, they do. Indeed.
Yeah, and if you want to see them in more detail, we'll be seeing them a little later. They will be coming up, of course, in Launch Party. That's at 6 p.m. here in the UK, 1 o'clock on the East Coast, 10 a.m. over on the West Coast. So snap those up. If you want to place an order, it's really easy to do so. If you're a new viewer and you haven't seen us before, hi, welcome. You can just pop yourself over to the website. Details are down in the corner over there, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au. Hit the Shop the Day button or the Shop the Show button. It's completely up to you. And then you can see all the products that are coming up in the show or throughout the day, which is awesome. And you'll find everything there for you. If you're not yet a member of Club Inspire, make sure you get yourself signed up as well. You'll get a welcome bonus of a 20% discount as well for your first purchase, which is rather lovely, isn't it? Let me talk to you about the Explorer kit that's coming up a little later, which are these ones just here. So it's our Harmony opaque pigment ink pads that we're looking at. They're my absolute favourite, the pigment ones. I just think they are so cool. Yes, you can blend with them still. You can do all of your heat embossing techniques as well. So you've got the Chinese red, the orange, the lemon tonic, which, I mean, I'd be hard pushed to say. The lemon, the fuchsia are my two favourites, I think.
Yeah.
And all of our colour families. You've also got the Ocean blue. Ocean? Ocean.
Ocean.
It's like an Irish blue. Ocean blue.
Ocean blue.
Ocean blue. The grasshopper. Then you've got the damson. And you've also got the jet black in there as well. $36.99 and $55.99. Debbie, thank you. It was a pleasure as always. We're back, won't we, in an hour?
We are indeed. I can hear the churning in the tummy. I really shouldn't have missed my breakfast. That's a note to self not to do again.
Are you having mac and cheese for lunch?
I'm going to have to repeat that I had yesterday. I was tempted with the mac. Oh, but that's what I could smell. Garlic bread, not onions.
Garlic bread?
A bit of garlic bread.
Do you deliver? No, we do. Chicken or beef?
That's a good one, that, Joe. I like that one. But yeah, I'm off to go and get my tummy filled. Yeah, I'm going to tummy fill it with a nice big jacket spud.
Oh,
and
delish.
tuna and cheese. That sounds delicious, with a nice dollop of salad at the side.
Oh,
so yes,
gorgeous.
that's... maybe a cupcake afterwards. Did you see
yeah,
the
there's some
cupcakes?
school cake out there as
Can
well.
I just tell you, Christina is amazing. We never give her enough credit. Christina Millwood, she's amazing.
Isn't she
absolutely
brilliant?
Fabulous, gorgeous cook. We're very lucky. So thank you very much. We shall see you all again at 2 p.m. UK time.
You will indeed,
Yeah.
doodly. In that time as well, make sure you go over to the website, have a little look at everything that is coming up in the show. But we will see you back here in 1 hour's time. Bye.